is up, YouTube? It is your boy NMR Sports here, coming back at you with another MLB video. Today we're going to be talking about the 2021 All-Star Game rosters that were just announced a few hours ago. I am very excited about some players on this team. I'm not super excited about others, but of course, as we all know, every single team needs a representative in the All-Star Game. So we're going to talk about who deserved to make the team, who didn't deserve to make the team, all sorts of other players. So if you do enjoy this type of content, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I want to start posting some more MLB content for you guys. I'm going to get that out to you as soon as possible. You can also follow my Twitch, Instagram, Twitter, all that jazz. And of course, hit that like button and say something in the comments. Who do you think is the biggest snub this year's All-Star Game? And who do you think got the luckiest to be on this All-Star team? I know there's some guys on this team that I was kind of iffy on. I'm not entirely sure deserve to be on there. But let's get into it and start talking about it. All right, so the 2021 All-Star Game rosters. We're going to go ahead and start with the American League starters. We already know. We kind of went over this. Salvador Perez is starting at catcher. Not sure I 100% agree with that. Vladimir Guerrero Jr., without a doubt, has to be the lockdown first baseman. Marcus Semien at second base. That's who I picked as well. You saw it in my other video. I'll link it at the top of the screen. This is my All-Star picks from before when the voting had just come out. This is who I voted for. Rafael Devers was one of my picks as well. Xander Bogaerts. I can't remember if I think I did pick Xander Bogaerts. I'm not 100% sure. I might have picked Correa. I don't even know. Mike Trout in center. He's hurt. This is just his name getting him the All-Star nod. Aaron Judge, of course, same kind of deal. Aaron Judge, I think, does deserve to be an All-Star, though. Teoscar Hernandez for the Toronto Blue Jays. And then, of course, Shohei Ohtani starting at DH. I'm repping my Shohei jersey today, by the way. All right, so those are all the guys we already knew about. Let's get into the reserves. All right, now, the thing that's really cool about Shohei Ohtani this year, he made it as a pitcher and a hitter this year. My man has 31 home runs right now. He's literally on pace to hit over 60 bombs this season, and he's on pace to strike out maybe 200 batters. That would be... I just can't. I can't even talk about Shohei anymore. He is undescribable. There are no words to describe what we are seeing from Shohei Ohtani. He hit another home run today against the Orioles, and the Angels are cruising with him and another All-Star that is on this team, which we're going to get to in just a moment here. So Shohei Ohtani, as a pitcher and a hitter, I guarantee you we're going to see him pitch and hit in the All-Star game. Maybe even play some outfield if Kevin Cash wants to get a little get a little extra out there, like he tends to do sometimes. We got Mike Zunino from the Tampa Bay Rays is their only representative at catcher. I think he did deserve to make the team, but you can argue Gary Sanchez, Yasmani Grandal. There were some other good catcher options, but nobody's really stunning in the American League as a catcher this year. I honestly think Max Stassi deserved it, but that's obviously me being a biased Angels fan. If only he hadn't been hurt, I think he would have made the team as well. Jose Altuve, without a doubt, deserves to be on this team. He's so good this year, man. Whether or not you like him, you hate the Astros, you can give some respect for Jose Altuve, what he's been doing this season. He's been absolutely ridiculous at the dish. Bo Bichette has been on fire lately. He definitely deserves it. Carlos Correa as well. We got two shortstops there. First base, we got Matt Olson, who I was really surprised to not even see in the top 3 of fan voting for first base starters. But luckily, he is on the team as a reserve. He's having an MVP-type season right now. And he's honestly going under the radar because he plays for the A's, and nobody pays any attention to the A's, myself included. I honestly didn't even know he was having that good of a season until maybe a few weeks ago. We got Jose Ramirez at third base, perennial MVP candidate. What's more to say there? Jared Walsh, baby. Jared Walsh, easily the most excited I was to see anybody's name on this All-Star team, man. I was very confident that he was going to get snubbed this year, whether they didn't put him on because they already had 2 first basemen, or if Yuli Gurriel made the team over him. You could argue that Yuli Gurriel was putting up an All-Star worthy season, but Jared Walsh, I think, was miles above him, man. Showing the power. He's been the clutchest hitter in baseball all season. Absolutely insane. So happy to see this man on the All-Star team, man. Good for Jared Walsh. Let's get a round of applause for my boy Jared Walsh. I actually just ordered his jersey off dhtogate.com, so I'm very excited to get that in. This man's just such a cool story. You saw his walk-off grand slam, or go-ahead game-tying grand slam against Chapman the other day. He's been doing that all season for us. Now, rounding it out, we're going with the outfielders. Michael Brantley, Joey Gallo, Adolis Garcia, Cedric Mullins. All of these guys have been amazing. Cedric Mullins is the guy I think should definitely take Mike Trout's spot as a starter on the All-Star team. I think he deserved it. Just nobody knows who Cedric Mullins is. The casual sports fan doesn't. So I think that's why he didn't get voted in as a starter. But he is definitely definitely all-star worthy, definitely starter worthy in my opinion. Joey Gallo has been heating up a little bit. I saw a tweet the other day saying he's like the biggest benefiter of the sticky scandal going off or whatever. Basically, he's hitting a shit ton of more home runs right now, absolutely crushing the baseball, and he's always had amazing defense. So definitely all-star worthy. Adolis Garcia, a very good story coming into this year. Rookie, definitely a Rookie of the Year candidate. My probably pick for Rookie of the Year at this moment. Making the All-Star team. And then Michael Brantley having a very under-the-radar year. I haven't paid nearly enough attention to the Houston Astros, but Michael Brantley definitely deserves to be on this team. I'd have to look into outfielders, because I know there's some guys. We talked about Yuli Gurriel getting snubbed at first base. I don't know outfield-wise. Let me know in the comment section who you guys think got snubbed for outfield. I know there's some more good ones. Mitch Haniger is a name that come to mind. Off the top of my head, I honestly can't really think of any other names right now. But yeah, definitely Mitch Haniger is a guy that I would like to see on this All-Star team. He might make it as an alternate since Mike Trout's spot's going to be available, and maybe some of these other guys as well. Now our DHs are going to be JD Martinez and Nelson Cruz. Nelson Cruz just made the team, I think. Well, obviously, he's the best player on the Twins, and the Twins needed a representative, so Nelson Cruz made the team. JD Martinez, if Shohei Ohtani didn't exist, JD Martinez would have been your starting DH this year, but unfortunately for him, Shohei Ohtani, best player in baseball. All right, now that's it for the offense for the American League. Let's go over to the pitching staff. This is kind of an interesting one because a lot of these guys have absolutely fallen off a cliff after the sticky stuff scandal when they started enforcing the use of spider tack or whatever. So Shane Bieber, one of the guys who has kind of fallen off a cliff lately since they cracked down on it. Garrett Cole, another guy who looks kind of like a mediocre pitcher since the scandal started being enforced. Nathan Eovaldi, I was very, very impressed to see on this team. Good for him, man, honestly. With all these Red Sox making the team, they did not need to put him on this team unless he deserved it, and he made the team, so good for him. I'm very happy to see Nathan Eovaldi on this team. One of those guys that you like to root for. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe he's a dick behind the scenes or something. But I personally like Nathan Eovaldi. I think it's a cool story. Whenever I see someone who I don't consider to be an all-star make an all-star team. An all-star name make an all-star team. And speaking of which, honestly, 3 out of the next 4 guys are in that boat as well. Kyle Gibson. If I told you Kyle Gibson was going to be an all-star at the beginning of this season, you would have thought I was on crack cocaine. I don't know how he makes this team. He's just that good, man. And same thing, other Texas Rangers made this team. He's not just a throw-in pick. We'll get to some of those throw-in picks in a second, like Nelson Cruz, but Kyle Gibson makes the team, all-star starting pitcher, good for him. Yusei Kikuchi, very good pitcher. I think he just had to be the representative for the Mariners. I don't know. I think he's good enough to be on the All-Star team. Don't get me wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. I haven't looked at his stats. This is all just off the top of my head right here. So, Yusei Kikuchi, I'm glad to see him on the All-Star team for sure. Lance Lynn definitely deserves it. Carlos Rodon, man. Carlos Rodon, I'm going to make a full video about how good Carlos Rodon is. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing his name right. I still don't know that. But this man is literally a Cy Young candidate, and they're paying him like $2 million. I'm going to make a full-length video on that. That's probably the next video you guys will see on my channel. But yeah, ridiculous. Now for the relief pitchers, this is kind of interesting. Matt Barnes definitely deserves to be an all-star. He is probably, him and Liam Hendriks are definitely the 3 out of 5 of these guys are all-star worthy pitchers. Liam Hendriks, Ryan Presley, and Matt Barnes are all absolutely having amazing seasons. Ryan Presley's a very under-the-radar good reliever. I saw some posts about him, how good of a season he's having, but nobody's talking about him. Matt Barnes has just been a lockdown closer for the Red Sox all year. He's one of the reasons they were the first team to 50, or was it the first team to 60 wins? I don't even remember. But yeah, he's the reason they have the most wins in baseball right now. Liam Hendriks has been a lockdown closer for the Chicago White Sox. He's really showing that money they paid him this offseason is worth it. Now when we get to these other 2 guys, these lefties, Aroldis Chapman and Gregory Soto. Now, Aroldis Chapman, don't get me wrong, I'm sure at the time of voting, he was the best reliever in the league. He had one of the greatest starts to a relief pitching season I've ever seen in my life. He was an automatic save every single time he took the mound. But lately, he's just fallen off a damn cliff. He blew a save today to the Mets. He blew a save against the Angels. He blew a save against it wasn't even a save situation. The Angels were losing 10 to 6? 10 to 6 going into the top of the 9th inning. And I think there might have even been 2 outs. but he walked Rendon, and they gave up a grand slam to Jared Walsh. Jared Walsh literally cannot hit lefties to save his life, and he gave up a grand slam to him. I don't know. I think Chapman's washed. He's another guy who's kind of fallen off a cliff since they started enforcing the spider tax stuff. So weird to see there. And then Gregory Soto, somebody on the Tigers had to make the team. I'm honestly surprised Casey Mize didn't make the team. I probably would have put him on over Gregory Soto, but I don't know. Maybe Gregory Soto's some beast or something. Let's look him up real quick. He's the last guy I got to do for this. So 2021, 2.1 ERA, 33 innings pitched, 200 ERA plus. Okay, he's having a pretty damn good year actually. All right, you know, I'd say he deserves it. I'd say he deserves to be on the team. I don't know. I probably still would have put Casey Mize on the squad just to get him some experience there. But good for Gregory Soto making the team. Somebody on the Tigers had to make the team, so good for him. All right, now that is going to do it for the American League. Let's get over to the National League, which we already know the starters. Buster Posey, Freddie Freeman, Adam Frazier, Nolan Arenado, Fernando Tatis Jr., Ronald Acuna Jr., Nick Castellanos, and Jesse Winker. Very similar to what I had picked initially. I did not pick Freddie Freeman, and I don't think Freddie Freeman was the right pick. I think it was definitely Max Muncy. He's having an MVP type of year, and he definitely deserves to be the starting first baseman. If you disagree with that, you're wrong. It's Freddie Freeman. I don't even know if Freddie Freeman belongs on the All-Star team. I don't know. Max Muncy, starting first baseman. No doubt in my mind. Very happy for Adam Frazier, man. Very happy. I didn't think he was going to be the starting second baseman. I thought Ozzie Albies would beat him out, but Adam Frazier locking down that second base spot. And Nolan Arenado, I think, deserved to be on it too. I think I ended up picking Chris Bryant, but he's kind of been lately, so I'm kind of glad Nolan Arenado got the starting spot. All right, and also, good for Jesse Winker and Nick Castellanos, man. So good for these guys, especially Jesse Winker. I know he got really emotional talking about what it's like to be drafted as a starter for the All-Star team, so really glad to see him on that team as well. And then Buster Posey, dude. Buster Posey, what a man. He's in his 40s or something, and he's just absolutely killing the league right now, so good for him. All right, now let's get into the reserves here. We got catcher JT Realmuto. It wasn't really a question. JT Realmuto is the best catcher in baseball, I think, still. I mean, maybe Buster Posey is now with how good he's playing, but JT Realmuto definitely deserves to be on this team. No doubts there. Ozzie Albies, same thing. Definitely deserves to be on this team. Chris Bryant, no problems there. Brandon Crawford, another 40-year-old stud right now. Absolutely killing the league. I feel like he's 40. He's probably like 28. I don't even know. I want to say he's like 35. That's going to be my guess. 35. Jake Cronenworth, definitely all-star worthy second baseman / left fielder, I think is what he plays for the Padres right now. Eduardo Escobar, somebody had to make it for the Diamondbacks, so it might as well have been him. Max Muncy should have been the starting first baseman. Biggest snub of the entire all-star voting bullshit that went down easily was Max Muncy. Trey Turner, thank God he's on the All-Star team, dude. Trey Turner is so disrespected as a shortstop. He's probably a top 3, top 5 shortstop in the game, and nobody gives him the credit he deserves. So glad to see him on the team at least. I don't think Mookie Betts deserved to be on this team. I don't know if that's a hot take or not, but he should not be an All-Star. I'm sorry. You can fight me on it in the comments all you want. I feel the same way about Juan Soto. I don't think Juan Soto deserved to be on this team, but off the top of my head, I can't think of any outfielders that deserve to be on it over him. So, I don't know. I'd have to look at some National League outfielders. This is just kind of my initial reaction to this. Brian Reynolds, another Pittsburgh guy, dude. I'm so glad the Pirates were able to get two guys on this team, dude. Very exciting. Good for the Pirates. Kyle Schwarber absolutely had the greatest month of June I've ever seen in my entire life. All he does is hit bombs. And Chris Taylor, man. Chris Taylor is having an amazing season, and nobody's talking about it. So, everyone go look at Chris Taylor's stats right now. He's an absolute stud. Now for the pitching staff, we got the starting rotation, it's like a 10-man rotation there. Corbin Burns absolutely had an amazing start to the season. Good to see him on there. Yu Darvish, big pickup from the Padres this offseason. Jacob deGrom, he's all right, I guess. I think he's okay. He throws strikes every once in a while. I think he throws hard. That's why he's on the team. I'm obviously being facetious. For those of you who don't understand sarcasm, Jacob deGrom is the best pitcher. Yeah, the best pitcher in the game. The best pitcher, probably. He's having the best season I've ever seen in my entire life. So, I think he might have deserved to be on the All-Star team. Maybe just a little bit. Just a little bit, I think so. Kevin Gausman. Another guy, man. Another dude. Round of applause for Kevin Gausman. Good for him. German Marquez, somebody had to make it from the Rockies, and I guess it was going to be German Marquez. Trevor Rogers, another guy having a stud season. Good for him. Zach Wheeler definitely deserves it, and Brandon Woodruff. That pitching rotation, that bullpen and rotation for the Milwaukee Brewers is absolutely lights out, dude. Absolutely lights out. Good for them getting 2 of their starters on the All-Star team. Now, for the relievers, we got Josh Hader, Craig Kimbrell, Mark Melancon, and Alex Reyes. I think all 4 of those guys very, very worthy. Craig Kimbrell, I think, should get the save in the All-Star game, but Josh Hader's absolute stud. We all know about it. There's that Milwaukee bullpen I was talking about. Alex Reyes having a very, very good year. If you haven't been watching Alex Reyes, you definitely got to look at his stats. He's been doing amazing. And Mark Melancon, very, very good budget closer for the Padres this season. I wish the Angels could have got somebody like that. I mean, I'm not going to complain. Raisel Iglesias is pretty damn good, but Mark Melancon, very underrated, very under the radar, good closer. Good for him. Glad to see him in the All-Star game as well. Now, okay, so just to recap a little bit, if I were to choose this All-Star team over again, the only people I might consider taking off of this team, I would say Juan Soto and Mookie Betts. I don't know. I think they just made it because of their names. I'm not entirely sure. Maybe they've been having a very good month of June or something and I didn't know about it, but I'm pretty sure Betts has been hurt a little bit and he hasn't been playing well. And Juan Soto, I think he's been playing well. He's just been getting unlucky. So I don't know if the production is there per se to be on the team. But to each their own, I guess. Other than that, I really think Freddie Freeman shouldn't be the starter, but I guess he makes the team as well. Other than that, I think the National League is chef's kiss. American League's where I start to get some problems here. I don't think Gregory Soto deserves to be on the team. I mean, sorry, Gregory Soto, after looking at his stats, I do think Gregory Soto deserves to be on the team. I don't think Aroldis Chapman deserves to be on the team. After the last month and a half he's been pitching, he's been so bad. I don't think he deserves to be on the team. Rodon, definitely. Maybe... Honestly, Cole and Bieber, I'm not 100% sure deserve to be on this team. I guess because of their first halves they had, but since then, man, they've been bad. Other than that, I really think I don't have any problems with this All-Star team, just with a few of the starters here and there. But overall, man, I think we're in for an amazing All-Star game this year out in Coors Field. Hopefully, we're going to see a lot of baseballs flying. Probably not if Jacob deGrom's on the mound. I am excited to see Shohei Ohtani pitch and hit. It's going to be absolutely crazy out there, dude. I cannot wait. Let me know who you guys are most excited to see in the All-Star game down below in the comments section. Don't forget to leave a like on this video, and be sure to hit that subscribe button. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the MLB season. You know what to do. Help me out, you know what to do. Be sure to help me out. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys all in the next one.